Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is J.D. Bird. You are listening to Mabank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
All right, well, JD, before they hear from us, let's hear from the fantastic Mr. Aaron Roden, who announced the starting lineup.
Number 2, Madison Crossan. Number 3, Matthew Radford. Number 4, Tucker Davis. Number 5, on the mound of your Panthers this evening, Cameron Van Horn. Number 8, senior Cam Wilkinson. Number 9, Slade Beasley. Number 10, Quade Green. Number 11, senior Ty Burton. Number 12, Jackson Whitaker. Number 15, senior Ryan Davis. Number 20, Gunnar McGilvert. And number 21, Joey Morris. Thank you to tonight's Bat Boy, Hayden Jedlicka, and your Panthers are led by coaches Sean McCrossan, Trevor Rainey, and DJ Kernington. Tonight's game balls are brought to you by our friends at Elder Cedar Creek, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram in Gun Barrel City. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand as you're able, and gentlemen, please remove your caps. Our flag is located in right field and has been gifted by Special Agent Justin Franklin, who flew this flag in Islamabad, Pakistan on July 14th, 2024, and gifted it to our baseball program to fly proudly at all home games. At this time, we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
All right, well, now here we are, JD. All right, so, of course, got to give the honors of introducing. I said the starting lineup. Wasn't the starting lineup, it was the full team. I apologize, but I have to give those honors to Mr. Aaron Roden. Of course, Aaron, a senior athlete here in the class of 2025, has stepped into a big role, helping take care of the announcing and the PA work here at not only baseball, but for Mabank softball as well. So big kudos to him. But as for the guys you're hearing now, of course, I'm Taylor Honey.
And I'm J.D. Bird.
We are Cedar Creek Media, and we are happy to have you here with us. It is a rematch with the Vandals. They, unfortunately, were able to get a win over our Panthers at their house on Tuesday, 11-1. Now the Panthers, and what they're dubbing Bedlam at the bank. So, of course, they call this the bank over here because it's money. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So money in the bank over here. And, of course, they're trying to really what's the word I'm trying to say? Emphasize. Thank you. Emphasize the student culture here at the baseball fields. Of course, baseball is, kind of at the end of a long year of sports and things like that. So sometimes maybe momentum and things will fall down a little bit in the student support. So Coach McCrossan and his infinite wisdom, and I mean that seriously. A lot of times you hear that kind of jokingly, but I really mean that. He's just figuring out different ways and different things to do to get different people out here, get students out here cheering on their fellow classmates. And we're ready for a good one tonight here, JD. So
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and set the defense here for your Panthers. Climbing on the bump tonight is going to be sophomore Cam Van Horn. Cam had a really strong showing against Lindale in that win last week, so hoping he can translate that over. And then we'll go ahead and go by batting order the rest of the way. So it's going to be Gunnar McGilvra. He is going to be leading off, playing third base. Matt Ratley behind the plate, and he will be second to hit. Maddox McCrossin playing shortstop and hitting third. Ty Perkins is going to be hitting fourth in the DH spot. You got Jackson Whitaker going to be playing right field, hitting in the 5-hole. I lost my positioning here, sorry. Van Horn, who said, again, is pitching. He's going to be hitting sixth. You got Tucker Davis going to be playing first base, and he will be hitting seventh. Cam Wilkinson playing center field, hitting eighth. And Quade Green out in left field at the bottom of the lineup. We'll tell you more about the Van defense whenever they come out, but I will tell you it is their shortstop that will be leading things off, Asher Hawkins. You know, JD, the other day I threw away the stats for the other game, and I realized it probably would have been a good idea to go ahead and keep
Hold
them
on to
there.
those.
Yeah, so all right, well, let's go ahead and get into it here. Ready for the first pitch. Again, sophomore Cam Van Horn on the bump. First delivery is going to be just a tad high for a ball. I do remember Hawkins was on base quite a bit. I remember he had a few walks, but did hit into a double play as he takes a strike there. That one was grooved in. Waiting on deck is Grady Bates. He's going to be on the bump for Van. He's waiting for his chance to take some cuts, as that is a
Great
nice pitch right on the outside there. And a good test pitch as well to go ahead and test the strike zone, see what it's looking like. So got Hawkins down 1-2. Looking for the first backward K of the night. Going to be a little inside, and boy, that was a good job by Hawkins, if we're being honest, to lay off of that, because after seeing that on the outside, bringing the eyes back inside, it looked good, but he doesn't take the cut and gets the strike, or excuse me, gets the ball, but now big breaker, and that will be the first K of the ball game. So 1 up, 1 down, 1 strikeout here in the first inning. We'll bring up the opposing pitcher, as we said, Grady Bates. Center fielder Landon Smith waiting in the on-deck circle. First pitch here to Bates, going to be hit high up in the air, going to travel out foul. It's probably going to plink. Yep, there it is, right on cue. Plinks right off the top of the, I guess, what is it? Is it a pitching cage or a batting cage?
It's like a batting cage
I
over there.
Kind of looks like it's
The
set up
cages
for both.
over there.
The cage, yeah, we'll just give it the ominous cages. So 0-1 here. Next delivery, going to be on
Great
that
pitch.
outside. That was a tough pitch to lay on, or to come around on, but it is going to be a strike either way. So evens things up 2-2. And oh man, that looked like that was pretty close to the same spot. Okay, I did think that sounded a little weird. So 1-2 now. They had 2 balls up on the.
No, it's
scoreboard.
the lights are out on those 2 ends. It makes it look like a 2, but
That's right. I forgot about that. See you, JD. Every week I have a reason to say that's why we pay you the big bucks.
that's why they keep me around.
You got good eyes at least. Next one going to be chopped over to second. Ooh. Just not quite able to get a clean glove on it there is Ty Perkins. So they did have Perkins written down as the DH. I do see now that he is playing second base, but will move into a DH slot at some point if he needs to. So, again, hot shot. Just not quite able to handle it, so it'll go down as we're going to put it as an infield single. I don't feel like that was really an error. That was kind of a tougher play. Flips it back over. Yeah, now I remember I got to go 90 degrees to be able to see that it's a 0, not a not a 2. So Van Horn comes set. Next pitch going to be a little outside. I almost wonder if that was a
That might have been a little bit of a pitch out there.
Yeah. Because Ratley definitely was checking back over at first base. Smith had a good night at the plate. I do remember that in Van. As he takes a big cut. Can't make contact. Even things up at 1-1. I want to say I know he had a RBI single and an RBI double. I feel like he maybe had some other kind of contribution. But I know he had a good night at the plate. Was also the guy on the mound. So that one's going to be a little outside. That looked like a breaking ball, so would assume that one wasn't quite a pitch out. You don't usually do that
No.
with a breaking ball. I guess unless you're Tim Wakefield, then everything's a breaking ball. You probably don't even know who that is.
I do not.
Knuckleballer was a guy that threw the ball relatively hard when he was young, and then couldn't really get it together. Learned how to throw a knuckleball, and like reinvented his career. Became one of the best like junk ball throwers of all time. So, big cut by Smith. Doesn't make contact again, so all the way filled up now, 3-2. He liked the pitch and the hitter's count there, but Van Horn has shown he has got some life on his pitches. Going to check back over to first. Now getting ready to get set to do it all over again here. Again, going to check back over. So Bates was definitely active on the base paths in Tuesday's game, so want to make sure he is well accounted for over there at first base. Now going to come to the plate, big strikeout. So that will be the second strikeout of the inning, and they will trade the K for the steal. So Bates able to get up to second base, but now 2 outs in the inning. That is going to bring up the third baseman, Raleigh Hinch. Said it on Tuesday. I'll say it again. That is a familiar name if you're a Mabank Athletics fan. Pretty good basketball player. Was a part. I want to say he was a part of the football team as well. Of course, Van's got a pretty good tradition of athletics over there. So here we go, ready to officially get it started here to Hinch. Again, Bates hanging out on second base. Van Horn checked him back, now coming to the plate. Going to be a strike
pitch
on the inside. Yeah, Van Horn having a lot of success locating his pitches here in the early going. Done a really good job of getting ahead of quite a few hitters. Ooh, breaking pitch is close. It's a good job by Hinch to lay off of it, but takes a lot of discipline for that. It's going to get a lot of hitters. It's left-handed Hinch still waiting here. And he's going to smoke one up the middle. Wilkinson going to have it caught up and gets it in quick enough that it will prevent a run coming in, but just a little CNI single there for Raleigh Hinch. We'll put men on the corners. Again, top of the first, 2 outs, no score here. We'll bring up the right fielder, Austin Stevenson. So in a good situation here. Well, we'll put it this way, as good of a situation as you can have with a runner on third.
That's right.
With the 2 outs, a good defense, and again, 2 Ks in the inning, so Van Horn definitely has been on his stuff. Just a couple of, base knocks. There's a runner. Ratley going to try and cut it down. Good job by McCrossan to be able to get in front of it. Short hopped a little bit there, but McCrossan collects, able to keep things all kosher. But it will put runners both in scoring position now, second and third. 0-1 count. And time going to be called. Didn't see if Stevenson called for it, if the ump took it. Either way, doesn't matter. 0-1 pitch, going to be hit out to left field. Oh, it's going to eat up Green there as he was having to look into the sun. That is a difficult play to make. Just couldn't quite see where it was, and it's going to score 2. So RBI double for Austin Stevenson to break open the scoring.
Now batting number
Yeah, great job there by
Ball.
Stevenson to find the pitch he was looking for and find a really good spot to put it.
That's exactly it. And again, with the sun setting down, it's right in the eyes of Green, so hard to blame him for that. First pitch now is going to be a ball. This is a name we didn't see the other night, Caden Bond. It's going to be DHing for these guys. So 1-0 count to the DH. That one is
That's
going to
good.
catch the corner for a strike. Van Horn took a little extra time thinking about it, and Bond decides he wants to prolong it just a bit more. Now everybody's ready again. Van Horn set. Checking back. Now going to deliver inside part of the plate for a strike. Nicely done.
Great spot on that one.
Yeah, again, doing a great job working both sides of the plate. Not relying on inside or an outside, and just kind of combo plattering it up. Especially in the same at-bats. I mean, it's one thing to, be throwing it inside, throwing it outside during different ABs, but if you can get hitters looking one way and sneak something across the other way, it's always nice. Now that one's going to be inside, picked up, tossed over, and play is made. Yeah, nice job there by McGilvra. It kind of was a little bit slow. He didn't hurry himself, took the time to make the play, and made it in time. So after a half inning, Van able to put across a couple, but maybe ain't going to have a chance to respond right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, here we go, JD, back to the action. So again, Mabank going down by a couple of runs in the top of the first. Got a chance to get them back. Leading it off here is going to be the third baseman, Gunnar McGilvra. He's the one who made the nice play to end the half inning. First pitch into him. It's going to be well inside for a ball. As we said, Grady Bates, lefty, on the mound for these guys today.
Foul off that second pitch there.
And next pitch going to be high and outside. Puts McGilver back ahead in the count, 2-1. And going to be another high pitch. And as we see, Bates obviously likes to work quickly. And that is going to be a walk. So quickly, McGilver will end up on base. We'll bring up the Rat, Matt Ratley. Quickly here, just want to shoot the lineup to you. So again, pitcher Bates, catcher Wyatt Dale, first base Andrew Flotter, Connor McCurley at second, Raleigh Hinch at third, Asher Hawkins, shortstop, Caden Alexander in left field. As we're now waiting on this first pitch, is going to be hit.
Nice.
Right past first base, and that'll be a CNI single, and will advance the runner up to third, and Ratley going to take second when he has the opportunity. So it'll go down as a single and a steal, and it'll put McGilver in scoring position. And then quickly to finish that out, Landon Smith in center field and Austin Stevenson in right. Does bring up the shortstop, Maddox McCrossan. With no outs, 2 men in scoring position, and Mabank quickly with the opportunity to strike back here. McCrossan, a very, very athletic and very talented sophomore. First pitch, going to catch the outside for a strike. We've seen that with McCrossan. He is definitely more than happy to be patient, wait and see something he hits. It goes when he needs to, obviously. It's like just like that.
That's a great shot.
That will be caught, but it is going to have a chance to get McGilver across, and he gets it. So that'll be a sac fly for Maddox McCrossan. They will trade the run for the RBI. McGilver is the one that came across to score that run. Leaves Ratley on second, but it does bring up one of your senior leaders here. Big Perk, Ty Perkins. So Mabank quickly cutting that lead in half. And again, as we said, it's Bedlam at the bank tonight, so Coach McCrossan was throwing out free T-shirts, doing all kinds of cool stuff for the Mabank student body, so that's who you hear being loud and proud in the background. As the first one to Perkins is going to be a strike. You see the sun already starting to go down here. So second pitch going to be low. So its effects should already be getting mitigated here shortly. And time going to be awarded. Perkins called for time as Bates was checking back at second. Bates just turned and fired. The umpire had already given time. So back to it, 1-1. Going to be hit and gets through the hole between shortstop and third. Ratley not stopping. They're going to eat the throw, and Ratley going to get across, score the evening run there. And that will be a single for Ty Perkins. Consecutive RBIs, one by McCrossan, one by Perkins. And that will now bring up the right fielder, Jackson Whitaker. Have a chance to keep this thing rolling with the man on first. Still just the one out. Tied up 2-2. He takes a cut at the first thing he sees. Trying to keep the momentum flowing here. The mojo, I guess you should say. And another cut. So now Whitaker going to have to slow down a little bit here and protect this plate.
Yeah, caught him chasing on that last pitch.
Oof, just blew that one past.
Now batting number
Good
5,
cuts,
Cameron
trying to stay aggressive. I don't, disagree. When things are going well, try and keep it going.
Just unfortunately didn't work out for him that time. He'll get some more cuts here later on. Is now Van Horn, who really threw it great top of the inning. Just had those couple of runs tacked on him, is now at the plate. Took a strike there first. Now second pitch. Going to try and dig it out, but unfortunately now going to be down 0-2. Setting up wide. And, they give him the pitch. So they're going to call it a strikeout, and that will end the inning. So after one full inning, it's like nobody's done anything.
That's right.
Tied up.
All back to 0, baby.
Yes, sir. 2-2. All right, we're going to take our next break. We'll come back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
All right, and we are back here to it. Cedar Creek Media. About ready to get the top of the second going here. Tied up 2-2. Leading off the inning, it's going to be the second baseman, Connor Curley. Going to be taking his first cuts of the ball game. All right. First pitch going to be hit out towards left field. Green ranging over, makes the catch. Nicely done there. Had to cover a lot of ground. And, I mean, just made it look routine right there. Nicely done by, again, who is my favorite to be the sleeper of exploding athlete or explosive athlete of the year next year. I don't know. I like his game. Like what I've seen from him. Now, you got first baseman Andrew Flotter, as you saw, fouled off. The first thing he saw, looked like he fouled it off of himself.
Yeah, I think he hit his foot with it.
Painful. So, coach checking with him. He's saying he's good. Another guy we saw during basketball season that was a big part of that Vandals team. Takes another big cut. Fouls that one off the third base side. Again, I'm pretty sure he is going to clock in as the largest baseball player out there. He's definitely built for power. I think if I remember right, again from basketball season, I want to say he was like 6'4", like 215, 220, something like that. I mean, you look up the definition of a strong athlete, like a Mike Trout type, that's what you're going to find in the dictionary. So 1-2, Flotter going to be given the time. Van Horn working from the windup still, and going to be a foul tip. It was a foul tip, but ended up going forward. So I'm with you. If it would have been caught, I believe that would have been called a third strike. And it looks like Coach McCrossan maybe going to. Oh, no, just bringing the ball out. So, but I'm with you. There was definitely potential.
Yeah.
There was definitely the potential for it right there.
I didn't know if you got a piece of it or not.
I think you got just a little bitty bit of a bit. Either way, it's going to be 1-2 again here, and that time going to take a cut. Going to have to throw down to preserve the strikeout, and that will be K number 3 of the night for Cam Van Horn. We'll bring up the last man in the order, catcher Wyatt Dale. First pitch to Dale, going to be a little high. 1-0 pitch on the way. Going to be hit high in the air, but going to be playable. Perkins going to have a chance at it and squeezes it down. So that will be a shutdown inning there for the Panthers, as the 7, 8, 9 hitters not able to get on base. So after 1.5, and the Panthers coming up to bat, still tied up 2-2. We're going to go ahead and take another short break. We'll be right back right after this. Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, back here to it. About ready to get the bottom half of the second inning underway. As you heard from Mr. Roden there. Leading off the inning going to be first baseman Tucker Davis. Left-handed pitch going to get by Davis. Swing and strike on pitch number 1. Still Grady Bates out on the bump. Next pitch, Davis also going to offer at. Doesn't make contact. We'll be down 0-2 now. And that one going to be well outside. It's testing Davis there to see if he was just over eager. Next pitch going to be by. So that will be strikeout number 3 for Davis. So both pitchers able to get to 3 strikeouts in the first couple of innings. We'll bring up the center fielder, senior Cam Wilkinson. First pitch to him, gonna catch the outside edge for a strike. Feels good to say Cam's name again. You know, during football season, it was about every third name we said was Cam Wilkinson. Right? So it's nice to be back, getting to see him out playing some ball. As he took that next pitch, as you saw, for a ball. So 1 out, nobody on. And big cut. Just trying to send that.
Trying to send that one over to Eustace with that swing.
Yeah, you know, and I said Eustace, so I was trying to use a different name. And so I'm glad you chimed in and said Eustace, because everybody gets to say it at least once. I had already used my one for the season. So we both just cashed it in. So now we're going to have to think. I guess I'm going to have to say Crossroads next. Keep the hyperbole going even farther.
Well, see, I went to Eustace, so I can reuse it.
Ah, there you go. There you go. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Quade Green. I think I said Slade a minute ago, and it's because got Slade Beasley and Quade mixed up in my brain here, but Quade Green.
Ooh,
and he
nice
sends one out
shot.
to right field that is going to get down. So
nice little bleeder there.
yeah, we'll see if he can start the 2-out rally. It is going to bring up the third baseman, Gunnar McGilvra. Reached on a walk, was able to come around and score a run back in the first inning. First pitch to him is going to be a ball and get away, and that will move Green a few feet up. I know they're 90 feet in pro. I'm not positive. Do you know what it is? It's 70? I want to say it's 70, but I could be wrong. Could even be 60.
Another ball right there, not quite able to be handled by the catcher, but Green ends up staying on second there.
I'm going to have to do some research here in a minute because that's going to bug me now.
Now that you said it.
Yeah. 2-0 pitch, and that one going to be sent in the bread basket there.
Yeah, right down the gut on that one.
Lefty comes set. Offers again, going to get past McGilvra. Going to go an undetermined number of feet up to third base. So this is where we need a guy like Rick Ratley. He's just,
yeah, right.
He's a man's man, you know what I mean? He can just kind of like see an eyeball these things. Be like, yeah, it's approximately that much. I'm not that confident. 3-1 pitch, big cut. The runner at third, 2 outs. See a pitch you like, I don't blame him. Just go ahead and throw the lumber at it. Now 3-2. Oh, that time just going to get it by him. So will be the third strikeout of the inning, and that is how the inning will end. So after a full 2 innings, it is 2-2, and leading off, actually, yeah, it's going to be their leadoff man, Asher Hawkins, leading it off here in the top of the third. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a short break, and we'll be right back right after this.
For nearly 30 years, Carey Harris Satellite has been the Lake Area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carey Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carey Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, here we go. Ready for the third inning of action here. Knotted up, 2-2. Shortstop, leadoff man, Asher Hawkins. Going to be leading off the top of the third. First pitch to him is going to be taken on the outside for a ball. And that one going to be smashed right back up the middle. Wilkinson going to cut it off. So it will be a leadoff single for Asher Hawkins. We'll bring up the opposing pitcher, Grady Bates. He singled his first time up. Wilkinson, or excuse me, not Wilkinson, Van Horn, I apologize. Checks back over to first. Keeping Hawkins honest over there. And, ooh. Hawkins was a little delayed getting back to the bag there, but does a good job to be able to get back. Checking again. So they are wanting to keep the pressure on Hawkins over there. Again, he was another active participant in the stolen base department back in Van on Tuesday. Matter of fact, was probably the biggest culprit of the steal. So still nothing. Now that one's going to be hit. Perkins, just has it get by him. Thought it was up into the outfield, so took an extra second. Luckily, Van wasn't paying too much of attention. That could have turned into potentially a two-base error, but looks like Coach is going to take a second to go visit with his pitcher. So while he does that, let's take a very short break here. Talk about our friends at Golden Chick.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
All right, so Coach McCrossan still having a conversation with the guys here. You know, we've been to a few baseball games now this year and softball games, and I will say this is one of the most well-attended of what we've seen so far. Definitely got a nice crowd on hand here. It's Coach McCrossan. We don't normally see him take very long on his mound visits. Now, umpire having to go and break it up. So, really wanting to drill things down, talk about the strategy, get these guys calmed down a little bit. It is the cleanup hitter, Landon Smith. Went down on strikes in the first inning. Again, after a good game on Tuesday, you got to think he's looking for revenge after being punched out. I think he was up 3-1 at one point as well in the count. First one going to be hit out to center field. Wilkinson able to drift underneath it. And just as you say, he can be a threat. He goes down quietly with the fly out to center field. We'll now bring up the third baseman, Raleigh Hinch. He smoked a single in his first AB. Double play opportunity is still there. 2-2, top of the third, one out. As you see, Hinch is a lefty, so. Van Horn paying attention to the guys on base. McCrossan given a target, but now going to go ahead and come to the plate. Man, I tell you what, concentration there by Cam Van Horn. Checking the runner back to the last moment and then delivering a strike like that. Again, sophomore, folks, so showing his wisdom beyond his years there. Again, double checks. Now going to be a tapper. Perkins has the chance at the double play. Gets one.
Got it.
Two. Man, unassisted double play there for Ty Perkins.
And that's how you get out of an inning.
That is exactly how you get out of a jam. And if you're a Cam Van Horn, you go and give that guy a big high five right about now. So still after 2.5 here, 2-2, we'll go ahead and take another break. We'll come back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? that you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
All right, back here, bottom of the third. You saw Matt Ratley. Took a hack at the first thing he saw, ended up going foul. Now going to have a duplicate. Yeah, JD saw me. I saw the ball get hit back sort of this way, and I looked up, and there was a gnat right in front of me. So I was worried I was about to get smoked. You know, until your eyes have a second to adjust there, it's a little scary as Ratley takes the ball there.
Preparing yourself to go see Jesus.
I was. I absolutely was. And, swinging strikeout, but the ball gets away. And,
Ratley's going to be safe.
There you go. That's why you run it out hard right there. So Ratley is going to reach on an error. So not only does the strikeout not go down in the book, an out doesn't go down in the book. So I like it. I like it. And again, that's just hustle right there.
Yeah, it is.
We'll bring up the shortstop and cleanup hitter, Maddox McCrossan. Had that sac fly back in the first. Now he's going to try and drop down a bunt. Ratley going to get to second easy. So 2 ABs, 2 sacrifices, a sac fly, and now as you see the sac bunt. The man who made the unassisted double play, the senior Ty Perkins.
Going to make his way to the batter's box.
He is. Had an RBI single in his first go-round. Man on second, 1 out. First pitch, Perkins thought about going for it, but lets it go by for a strike.
Not the one he wanted right there.
It was not. So again, Bates quickly set and throws. That time going to be outside. It's a pretty good frame job by the Vandals catcher, but umpire doesn't fall for it. And big cut. No dice for Perkins on that one. So now finds himself down to the count, 1-2. Ratley hanging on second base. I tell you, Ratley, he's got some kind of bravado about him. Bates went to check him back. Most, base runners would kind of start getting back because here's the next pitch, going to be inside. But Ratley didn't even flinch. Did you notice that?
No.
Like, he didn't even flinch. It was just like, okay, check it back, see what happens. Like, he's just uber confident, knows what he's going to be able to do. 2-2 and big cut for Perkins. He just, after seeing those low pitches, saw something high, thought it was elevated, and could maybe send it on a ride, but unfortunately just a little too high and out of the zone, and Perkins couldn't get the barrel around to it. Looks like we are going to have a pinch runner now, as it will be one of the Feet clan. That is Mr. Gavin Foote running out to take Ratley's place on second. Of course, Ratley is the catcher, so he is allowed to have a runner for him, so he can go ahead and go get suited up in his equipment. Does bring up the right fielder, Jackson Whitaker. Bates going to take a second and think things through for delivering the next pitches. And going to catch the outside corner for strike 1 on the first pitch. And that one going to be hit well in the air. Again, bad eyes over here. If I don't see it, if I don't track it the whole way, I'm never going to see it. I'm the worst at playing. I'm the worst at playing golf. Like, I have to have somebody that can see to play golf with me. And that one going to be tapped. It's a long run here. A couple of people around, and it'll get down. and Foot never stopped running. So what should have been an out turns into a run. You know what? I'm feeling generous tonight. I'm going to go ahead and knock that down as a single for Jackson Whitaker and an RBI. Again, Foot never turned on the brakes, just kept going. Now we'll bring up the pitcher. Cam Van Horn has a man on first, so see if the two-out rally can continue here for the Panthers. Takes a big cut at the first thing he sees. Second pitch was pretty much in the same spot. So Van Horn now quickly finds himself down 0-2. Going to have to be protective here. Good job to lay off of that one. We've seen Bates try that. Throw a couple of pitches in one spot and then throw a waste pitch just to see if he can get you guessing. Next one, breaking ball. Doesn't break quite enough to get over the plate.
Boy, that was some kind of patience there to not swing at that one, though.
And now Van Horn, that looked like that was in the same spot. Just a fastball, a little on the outside, about midway. It looks like Van Horn starting to be able to judge the speed on it as he tapped it foul. Now here is another 2-2. That one again going to be high and outside. So after going down 0-2 quickly, Van Horn has worked himself full. If anything, using up the pitch count of Bates here. Runner goes, pitch inside, and that is a walk. So, wow, what discipline there again from the sophomore. We've seen a couple of upperclassmen level moves from Van Horn tonight, and that was just one of them. Again, going down 0-2 and then ended up on first base. It was a really nice check back, keeping the runner before delivering just a monster of a strike, too. So, again, just high-level play we've seen here from the sophomore.
Looks like another pinch runner, Mr. Slade Beasley, coming in to run there for Van Horn.
Good catch. Now you got the first baseman, Tucker Davis. Went down swinging last time. Good job. You know, that was a similar pitch to what he was swinging at in the first AB. Recognized it, laid off of it, and now finds himself ahead of the count here. Next pitch. Just kind of got off balance a little bit there, turned the body, wasn't able to make contact. So now 1-1. And this time going to be hit high. Flotter coming in,
fly.
yeah, and makes the play. So it's going to be a fly out to the first baseman, but the damage is done. Mabank taking the lead here. 3-2. We're going to go ahead and take another short break. We'll come back right after this, and it will be the right fielder, Austin Stevenson, leading it off for the Vandals.
Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Now batting number 16, Austin Stevenson.
Well, thank you, Roden. As you heard, now batting number 16, Austin Stevenson. Ready to get the top of the fourth going here. Stevenson hit that 2 RBI double back in the first inning. Put the first runs of the night on the board. First pitch he sees is going to be on the inside half of the plate, called a strike. So that is a nice first pitch to get there. putting the batter behind the cue, but also got a chance to go to the outside half of the plate now. It's going to get back to the inside. Ooh, they say that one just a hair off the plate. So we'll even things up 1-1. And now went for that outside part of the plate, unfortunately, just a little too low that time. 2-1 count now on Stevenson. Mabank looking for a shutdown inning after going up in the bottom of the third, and that is going to be a good help to it, as that is another inside strike there for Van Horn. You hear the crowd saying finish him. And, ooh, got him
Good
swinging.
pitch to do it.
I mean, that he sent it even farther inside, as he knew Stevenson was probably sitting on that inside pitch. Challenged him, put it even just a little bit further in, and Stevenson fell for it. Goes down swinging. That's now 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts for Cam Van Horn tonight. Brings up the designated hitter, Caden Bond. First pitch. Going to be a strike to Bond, grounded out to third base to end the first inning, his first plate appearance.
I tell you what, Van Horn is feeling himself on the mound right now.
Yeah, he is dealing right now. 0-1 pitch.
Oh, what a great spot.
Man, yeah. Let's see. There's some gamesmanship going on over there. Not sure if he was actually talking to the fans of the dugout, but umpire giving a chill call over there. Ratley trying to frame the pitch even after not having the baseball in the glove. So speaking of gamesmanship right there. 2-1 count now. Van Horn going to step off the rubber. Rethink about it. Bond taps one, and it goes foul. So Van Horn got him right where he wants him, got a ball to work with. 2-2 count. I think that's old Slade down there. Wait for him to get in a safe position. And going to be tapped foul. So really a pretty good job there by Bond to be able to get a piece of it and keep fighting, because it didn't look like it would have been a strike. Pretty junky pitch there for Van Horn. He's been throwing heat. That one looked like it had something taken off of it. Another 2-2. That one going to be hit high in the air. Davis going to range over from first and make the play. So that will be a fly out to first base.
Now batting number 8, Connor McCurley.
Brings up the second baseman, Connor McCurley. Another power arm on this team. As a matter of fact, if you look at their pitching statistics, he actually has quite possibly the best pitching statistics of any of the Vandals, but haven't seen him on the mound. He's been playing defense mostly. Inside pitch. Actually, did he pitch on the back end on Tuesday? He might have.
I can't remember.
Now that I think about it, he might have pitched on the back end Tuesday. I can't remember. Either way, it's a 1-0 count to him. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth, and he's going to tap one that goes foul right in front of the Mabank dugout. Again, Van Horn still working from the windup. Nobody on, and that's going to be tapped right over the top of third base. Will stay fair. It was a good effort there by McGilvra. Green collects it, gets it in, keeps it as a single. So McCurley going to have his first base knock of the ball game. Flew out, as I said last time, to left field. We'll bring up the first baseman, Andrew Flotter. He went down want to say swinging.
He went down swinging last time, yeah.
So 2 out, 1 on. Mabank again trying to get the shutdown inning after going up 3-2 in the bottom of the third. And, inside pitch. Brushing the big first baseman off the plate there was Van Horn. And gave him some gave him a breaking pitch that time. Flotter hit it weakly down to first, but ump didn't call the foul or the foul ball, so Flotter almost thought he had to take off running, but alas, you're good, big man. Got more cuts coming here. One, and that is going to be a foul tip. So it looked like it was pretty well inside, but had Flotter fooled. Couldn't get the bat back around. Looked like he wanted to try and maybe take off that or pull that swing back, but was too committed, too late. So payoff pitch to get out of the inning was a breaking pitch. Flotter just able to get a piece of it. Sends it back foul. So Van Horn, again, looking for strikeout number 5 here of the night. And that one going to be smoked out towards left field, but Green able to come up and make the play. So they are able to complete the shutdown inning and going to have a chance to try and add on some insurance runs after we come back right here on Cedar Creek Media.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, here we go. Senior Cam Wilkinson leading off the inning. Going to take a strike on the first pitch. Cam went down on strikes in his first AB. Going to take that one for a ball. Made a couple of nice plays out in center field so far tonight. 1-1 pitch from the lefty. Going to be well outside for a ball. So again, Bates not really allowing way too much to the bottom half of the batting order here. Top half been doing the heavy lifting so far tonight, but it's been good enough as Wilkinson takes a cut and strike on that one. Now climbs back into the box here. Going to have to protect. 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be tapped out towards center. Oh, nice play there from Landon Smith. Just able to range in and make the play. Looked like I had a chance to get down there, but unfortunately floats just a little too far. Now here's a young man that's had himself a pretty good night out there in the field. Had one get over his head to start the game, but since then has made good play after good play. And it is Quade Green, the sophomore. He's going to take a strike to start out his AB. Had a C&I single in his first at-bat. as he's going to take a ball here, even things up at 1 apiece. Ooh, inside pitch, going to get a little too far. Green now back in control here, 2-1. Next pitch is going to find the heart. So 2-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Mabank trying to add on an insurance run or two here. And outside part of the plate was real close, but good eye by Green. Fills things up, 3-2 now. Next pitch, oh, would have been a ball, but offered at it. So I think he's a little, or no, actually he just went right over, gave McGilvra a little advice. So obviously noticed something, wanted to pass along the bit of knowledge he was able to pick up.
I think he was telling him about that inside pitch.
Yeah. So foul ball for McGilvra on his first offering. Has a walk and a strikeout so far tonight. That time going to be a ball. Tapped but foul. So keep looking over. I'm trying to, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 7 strikeouts so far for Bates. Next pitch, swung on, and go ahead and make it an even 8. So Mabank not able to put on any insurance runs, but again on top, 3-2. We'll go ahead and take another break. Be right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media. Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, here we go. Ready to get the 5th inning underway. 3-2, Mabank on top. Looking for another shutdown inning here. Leading off is the catcher, number 9, Wyatt Dale. First pitch he sees, gonna tap one up. Oh, Perkins able to range over and make the play from second base. My goodness, we've seen him make big plays regardless of what sport it is all year. There's another one right there. Was in, I really think, almost foul territory and ends up as an out. So we'll bring up the shortstop, the leadoff man, Asher Hawkins. Went down with the strikeout and has hit a single so far. First pitch he sees is going to be fouled. So that's one thing that Van Horn has done a really good job of tonight, is getting ahead of lots of hitters with that first pitch strike. Oh, 1. Oh. I didn't quite, I guess it hit off Ratley's glove. I saw the ball change direction. I thought it might have bounced off of Hawkins there, but no. Just a ball. So 1-1 now. And
great pitch.
Man, that thing had some life to it in an awkward spot. Just kind of locked up the hitter there.
Yeah, he'd been attacking him on the inside right there and then just decided to go out.
And next pitch. Ooh.
Great spot for it.
Made the umpire really consider it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a waste pitch he could work with, so I like the thought there. 2-2 now, so still got some wiggle room. And going to be tapped. Oof, he was way out ahead of that. Was expecting the heat, got the junk. Another payoff pitch. Ooh, that one going to be just a little bit high. I think he was trying to find that same spot he got that big swing and a miss on before. Does load things up. Delivery. Oh, swing and a miss. So second strikeout of the leadoff man of the game.
Grady Bates.
We'll bring up their pitcher, Grady Bates, and let's see, it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I feel like I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I guess, okay, so 5 strikeouts for Van Horn. As first pitch this time to Bates, going to be a little on the outside. Bates so far, single and reach on an error. 1-0 pitch, going to be skied. See who ranges over. Looks like it's going to be McGilvra able to make the play, and they will go, or excuse me, the Vandals will go down relatively easily there in the top of the fifth. So, yeah, we got a whole different ball game than we saw over in Van. 3-2, again, Mabank going to try and add a couple insurance runs right after we take a short break right here on Cedar Creek Media.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake Area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, bottom of the fifth here on the Mabank Athletics YouTube page, of course, presented by Cedar Creek Media. It is the catcher, Matt Ratley, on to take some hacks as he sends one towards my truck. Okay, nope. Ends up clanking off the top of the cages there. That one looked like it was heading towards the old parking lot there. Ooh, going to get a good spot there from Bates for a strike. So Ratley quickly down 0-2 here. And nope. Going to be a little bit on the outside. Remember, Ratley was almost a strikeout victim, but was able to reach on a drop third strike. As this time he smokes one over to second base. Be easy enough play.
Now batting number 2
for the Vandals. We'll bring up the shortstop, Maddox McCrossan. Doesn't officially have an at-bat so far. Had a sacrifice fly back in the first, sacrifice bunt to move over a runner that ended up being the tiebreaker when Ratley was able to reach on base. So while he may not officially have an AB, he has definitely been a big part of the offense so far tonight. 0-1 pitch, going to be inside for a ball. One, gonna bounce up in the dirt. Got over the head of the catcher there. Excuse me, Wyatt Dale. 2-1, gonna be high. So hitters count 3-1 now for the sophomore McCrossin, and that gonna be high as well. So that'll be a free pass, and still officially no ABs tonight. Brings up Big Perk. Perk hit a RBI single back in the first, went down swinging in the third. Has an opportunity to help do a little damage here. Again, McCrossin hanging out on first, 1 out. 3-2 the score. Bates to the plate. Ooh, good job by Perkins. Simultaneously able to avoid getting hit and pull the bat back as he looked like he was going to offer for a bunt there. Perkins got a sign. Looked like he had a little trouble getting the card back in the pocket there. Now here he comes. And going to hit that one high in the air. Had to go way back and then range back in there was right fielder Caden Alexander.
Now number 12, Jackson Whitaker.
They teach you that all the way back in T-ball. If you go backwards first, it's always easier to make the play even if it's in front of you. So always take that first back step. Kept to his fundamentals and able to make the play. We'll bring up Jackson Whitaker. He's going to take a ball on the first pitch. Speaking of right field, Whitaker's been doing a good job of manning the right field post for us here tonight. So he takes a strike. Obviously kind of a utility outfielder, was playing center on Tuesday, now playing one of the corner spots. Took a big hack, made contact, but couldn't quite straighten it out. Sailed foul, will now be 1-2. And able to pull it back, and they're going to say actually ate it. I don't think Van necessarily agrees. I think they thought he took a cut.
I think that might be what the umpires are going to go discuss up there.
Yeah. And, I mean, he definitely was able to pull the bat head back. But if you're in the process of swinging, I don't know that it technically, I don't know. That's a tough call for me. Again, as a Mabank faithful, I like having the extra out to work with, but as a baseball guy, I'm not 1,000% about the call on that one. But it will bring up Cam Van Horn. Got an opportunity to give himself some insurance. Couple of guys hanging out. A couple of guys with some speed at that. First pitch. Got by Van Horn that time. Has struck out and walked so far tonight, so. And going to be a ball here. Of course, he's been up on the bump tonight and has been throwing just an absolute gem so far. The next pitch going to be tapped out foul. Ends up in the hitting net. McCrossin just itching on second base to get to run, as that one going to be hit in relatively the same place. Oh, there was a little girl about 3 or 4 feet away from where that landed, and she saw the ball coming. Good thing she's got better eyes than me, because she took off running. That looked cartoon run where your arms are kind of behind yourself. You take off running so fast. It's a good eye by her over there. And it looks like Mom has come to – oh, no. That's another youngster over there, just much taller, so that pitch going to be on the outside. But, yeah, there definitely some older folks checking on her, but she looks like she's doing okay. I bet that would have scared me. That was coming fast. She did a good job. All right, 2-2. Van Horn pokes it out towards right field, has a chance, and, just foul. That was in a bad spot for the Vandals. Nobody was going to be able to get to it, but lands about 6 inches foul. That would have been real trouble for Van.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's McCrossan right there. I don't think he was showing any signs of stopping, and he would have been headed right for home plate.
No, and as we know, for the football team, he was kind of their super athlete. Like, they handed him the ball behind the line and just tried to let him make things. So, he's got some wheels.
Oh, yeah.
And, again, Van Horn just battling here.
Just a little bit behind these pitches.
Just a little bit, but he has gotten closer and closer. We saw it in his first at-bat. He looked almost a little uncomfortable. But it seems like every single pitch that he's seen, he's getting more and more and more dialed in here. So let's see if he can keep it going. Nope, he's staying right with it. And Coach Currington down there on the first baseline, give him some encouragement because you're seeing the same thing here. He's right on top of it. Just got to straighten it out a little bit. And they're going to say he doesn't offer. So, again, able to keep the bat head back. We'll fill things up 3-2. Van Horn patiently waiting the Bates pitch. And, again, going to be smoked foul. I think that one ended up in the softball field over there. Just telling you how hard he is smacking it. Nope. See a couple of youngsters over there fighting for possession of the ball. A couple of future footballers over there. So another 3-2 pitch. And here comes Bay. Oh, no, we're going to try and pick back. And got him. Oof. That time just got Whitaker leaning a little bit too far out. And that will be the way that the inning goes down. So not able to tag on any runs, but still holding on to that 3-2 lead. Let's go ahead and take another short break. We'll come back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
All right, back to it here.
Number 12, Landon Smith.
Top of the sixth, going to be the cleanup hitter leading things off here. Landon Smith has flown out and struck out so far tonight. Taps the first thing he sees, foul. So Van Horn still out there here in the top of the sixth, shown no signs of slowing down. That one going to be hit well.
right in the gap on that one.
Absolutely. Great job by Wilkinson to range over and quickly get it in to keep it as a single. That's something we have seen from Cam Wilkinson quite a few times tonight, just able to quickly get over to the ball and keep the Vandals from being able to stretch out those base hits and anything extra. We'll bring up Raleigh Hinch, had a single and then hit into that unassisted double play to Ty Perkins back in the third. First pitch going to be on the outside for a ball. And Van Horn has done a pretty good job at mitigating the lefty here so far tonight. Next pitch going to be tap, Perk, able to scoop it, come around, make the play, and that'll work. So Hinch goes down on the fielder's choice. We'll move Smith up to second, but they'll trade the base for the out. We'll bring up the right fielder, Austin Stevenson. He had that 2 RBI double back in the first. Again, don't want to discredit anything about him, but Quade Green was fighting against that sun and just had it go over the top of his head. So who knows what this game could look like if didn't quite have to deal with the sun. So he takes a first pitch strike. One gone here in the top of the sixth. Mabank still nursing that 3-2 lead. Time going to be taken here by Stevenson. So now comes set. Ooh, great job there by Van Horn. Great timing, as I believe Smith was just about to load up to try and take off on that pitch. Van Horn caught him in the act, sent him back packing to second. And, oh man, how many times have we seen that tonight? Ooh. Checking a man back at second base and then turning around and firing an absolute dart into the plate.
That's concentration right there.
And again, a sophomore. I mean, this kid has been put in some big spots in his early athletic career, and he has been able to come through. Is that one going to be tapped? McGilvra, just got it on an awkward bounce. He's going to be able to get over to it. And again, that just kind of kicked a little strange. And McGilvra had it end up popping up, but a good job again to be able to mitigate the damage. But that will be a reach on an error for Austin Stevenson. Be the first error of the night for McGilvra. And it looks like Coach McCrossan going to take a second, go talk it out. So while he takes a second to talk with them, let's talk about our good friends over at Golden Chick.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
All right, so back here, looks like Coach McCrossan, again, going to take a little bit of time talking through things with his guys. Really good at, actually, that's not Coach McCrossan.
That's the pitching coach right there.
I apologize. That is absolutely right. That is my fault right there. And you know me, I'm a hack and a fraud. I can never remember names off the top of my head. So don't pay me to. That is Coach Rainey. I'm sorry, Coach Rainey.
Batting number 7, Braden Payton.
All right, so it looks like we have got a substitution in the lineup here. They're going to change out DHs, bring out Braden Payton. We saw him back in Van. Had a somewhat successful night, but they're going to bring him in here in the late innings as Ratley smartly is just going to allow Hinch to move up to second base there. or excuse me, not Hinch, Stevenson, I apologize. Move up to second base with a good runner on third. Next pitch going to be inside. Oh, just a little too far inside. So 2-0 now the count. Again, lefty Peyton taking his first cuts of the night. Next pitch is going to be hit towards first and gets through. So that will be a 2 RBI double as the play at the plate there ends up just a little behind. Oh, that's what it is. So, 2 RBIs. Obviously, Coach had the right idea to send Peyton up there, switching out his DHs. Looks like he'll also send a pinch runner out. That is, number 10, Kerry Cooper, out to run for the Vandals. So Van capturing the lead for the first time since the top of the second. And it looks like Van Horn actually going to request a check of the mound here. Let the umpire sweep it off a bit. So runner still on first. And this is Connor McCurley, the second baseman, up to take his cuts. First pitch going to be grooved in for a strike. Again, grit of Van Horn sticking through this thing as he's going to get a foul tip. Had McCurley just waving up there. So now finds himself way ahead in the count, 0-2. Trying to pitch it on the lower part of the plate, get that potential double play ball. And that one's going to be tapped. Perkins ranges back to make the play. So that will be a fly out for Connor McCurley. That will be his second fly out of the night. Had a single in the fourth, flew out back in the second, brings up Andrew Flotter. He's been struck out and flew out so far tonight. 2 outs, 1 on. First pitch going to be called off the plate for a ball. Van Horn going to check the runner back. Again, I apologize. It's a pinch runner. Let me get that out again. Kerry Cooper. So check Cooper back on the bag. Now Van Horn, before he delivers the 1-0, going to step off, think things through just a bit. And that one going to be hit well out to left field and drops. Green able to range over to pick it up. It is going to end up scoring 1. Will be an RBI double for Andrew Flotter. Tacks on an extra insurance run for the Vandals. They go up now 5-3. Looks like there's going to be a substitution as well. So end to run for Flotter is going to be number 21, Danny Diaz. That puts the catcher at the plate. Takes a strike for the first one. That is Wyatt Dale. Has flown out in both of his at-bats so far tonight. Mabank trying to get out of this inning. That one's going to be struck well, but foul. Bradley kind of had his return throw fall out of his hand there. So 0-2, Van Horn, chance to get himself back, or get that out here, get himself out of this inning. It was a good decision there. Try and put something awkward out to Dale to see if he offered at it. So now 1-2. And, oh, man.
What a spot.
Yeah, that was a really tough pitch for Dale to lay off there. But it ends up working out for him as it's called a ball. Excuse me. And now going to be ripped to third. McGilvra just couldn't quite handle the hot shot there. Crossan, backing him up, is able to keep the damage to a minimum. But that will be a, we're going to call that a single. That was a pretty hot shot there. That would have been hard to field regardless. But it will send up the leadoff man, as it looks like now Coach McCrossan is going to head out that way. Oh, JD, man. Should have told me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have the right camera on.
Oh, man.
Well, tell you what, let's hear this.
A whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, and we cannot lie, the new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of golden chick. A big bowl you can't deny.
All right, so Cam Van Horn is going to see his night end, but again, got to give it to the young man. What a special pitching performance here tonight. Things might have got a little sideways there in the end, but nothing he could really do about that. So tell you what, we're going to take a short break, and while they let Ryan warm up, we'll probably have to cut back in during this break, but we're going to go ahead and let him warm up a second. We'll be right back right after this.
Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, back to it here. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. On in relief is the senior number 15, Ryan Davis, inherits a couple of runners, guys at the corners. And it is the shortstop, Asher Hawkins. Had a couple of strikeouts and a single so far tonight. Up to do battle with them. And runner going to take off.
Good pitch.
Yeah, Dale recognizing that nobody was really paying much attention to him over at first base, took off, so get the strike, but now have another man in scoring position. Oh, 1. Oh, man. That looked like a pretty good pitch to me, but Blue doesn't call it. And again, such a different throwing motion. You have kind of the almost more over the top from Van Horn to this almost whip style here. Is this one going to get to McGilvra? Oh, ball gets past Tucker, and that will put them in right back at second and third. So another run will score as Hawkins is able to reach on air and get all the way up to second. We'll bring up the pitcher, Grady Bates. Singled and reached twice on an error so far tonight. That is now officially, at least in my book, the 4th reach on error tonight for the Vandals. So Bates and Davis staring each other down here. First pitch, cut on and missed for Bates. So Davis puts himself in a good position here to start off that bat. Oh, no. They say it was a ball. I mean, he swung at it, so I think the rodent just accidentally put it in the wrong spot there. That one going to be inside. That will be a ball. It's 1-1, Rodent. Next pitch, going to be just off the mark. Two, 1. Oh, nicely done. Oof. I can't lie to you. I think that one was an inch or two off the plate, and Ratley just framed that 24-karat frame right there.
Yeah.
So 2-2. That one going to be just a bit outside. You know, Davis has got different mechanics. He's kind of got almost like a sling type throw. You know what I mean? Like if you were, David and Goliath trying to use a sling. So that's almost kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, he really whips his arm whenever he gets it out there.
Yeah, so definitely got to be precise on the release, as that one's going to be tapped out towards left field. Oh! He caught it!
He got it!
Quade Green able to range over and make the catch of the year. Oh, the official going to say it got down? Oh, man. Oh, man. Is he going to get robbed here? What? So, that was, I don't know about that. That's. Whew. So, and if we're being honest here, it doesn't really make sense either way. Also, because if Quade touches the ball before it bounces, even if it's in foul territory, it would be a live ball. So they're kind of contradicting a little bit here by allowing the pitch just to kind of go. So, again, tough spot right there.
Yeah.
So next pitch going to be fouled back. And I'm honestly not positive what the count is here.
I believe it's filled out now.
And again, going to be fouled. So yeah, we still have all the same runners on base, same man on, so no runs scored. And ooh, gonna lose him. Oh man, that was a good spot there, but Bates just lays off of it and is given the walk. So that will bring Landon Smith up to the plate. And Van is going to have batted around in the inning. Smith singled to start the inning. Would end up coming around to score as well.
Yeah, I was about to say we're going to have a bit of an issue there as our board keeper thought the same as everybody else did except for the umpires, and that Mr. Green did indeed catch that ball. So they're going to have to reset the board.
Doing a good job of it at that, getting it filled out quickly and correctly. Next pitch here, going to be, break out another 24-carat frame right there for Matt Ratley. Next pitch, going to be tap foul. Umpire not giving any indication on count here, so apologize, I'm a little behind. Bases loaded up. Timeout going to be called here. Seeing, what is that, 2 and 2 on the board?
2 and 2 is what they end up coming to, but
not positive, but we'll go with it. And that pitch going to be well outside. Good job by your catcher to be able to keep that in front. That probably would have ended up as another run.
so apparently it's 2-2.
Yep, that's what we're going to go with, 2-2. And going to be chopped. McCrossan gets up, able to make the switch over. Oh, and they say he got him. That was a beautiful play there by sophomore Maddox McCrossan. Good job by Davis, also able to dig out the low throw. So some damage has been done there in the top of the sixth. Now Van holding on to a 3-run lead. We're going to go ahead and take another short break, and we'll come back right after this on Cedar Creek Media.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, so here we go into the bottom of the 6th. Mabank looking to claw their way back into this one. Van Horn had a couple of hacks at it, but ended up being a catch on the base paths there during the bottom of the 5th. So he is going to come back up, reset his at-bat. 0-1 here. Next pitch going to be low. Van Horn threw a beauty of a game so far today. Trying to get something going at the plate. As he's going to foul that one back. Struck out and has walked so far. But again, in that last AB, I mean, for an at-bat that didn't count, I mean, I think he took 12 pitches or so.
Yeah, right.
So, and that one going to be given on the outside corner for a strike. So going down, looking there is Cam Van Horn. Brings up Tucker Davis, first baseman. Struck out and flew out to first so far tonight. First pitch going to be on the inside for a ball. And that one going to be hit hard over the second baseman's head. And that will be just a little weak line drive single out to right field. But that will get things going with a runner on, and your senior Cam Wilkinson coming to the plate. Has struck out and flew out so far tonight. Looks like we may have a potential pinch runner, and we do. It is again going to be the Foot, Gavin Foot to be precise. Wonder if you asked him and his older brother Blaine which one would be left foot and which one would be right foot. All right, so Wilkinson takes a cut at the first thing he sees, taps it foul, so he will start out from the hole. 0-1. Mabank needing to scratch across 3 runs here. Oh, 0-1 pitch going to be inside and low for a ball. Evens things up at 1-1. Another offer there from Wilkinson, just not able to make contact. So 1 strike remaining here for Wilkinson. Trying to be a hitter, got to protect the plate. And he'll hit one high in the air. Ends up dropped. And now going to be a out at second. Ball was called.
Now batting number 10, Quade Green.
In play. So we got some discussion going on here between Coach McCrossan and the umpire here. So long discussion going on here. Still not 100% what the outcome is going to be, because again, if the ball is touched, even if it goes foul, I mean, unless I'm just, and again.
Now, if it's in foul territory and the defense touches it, if it still hits the ground, it is still a foul ball.
Well, I know that's true in upper echelons. I'm not positive for UIL. That's the only thing is that, we know rules, you know what I mean? And you're exactly right, but I don't know if that's maybe a potential change or something that's happened. I don't know, because that's now the second time we've seen that be a part of tonight, because it was also part of Quade Green's over in the out.
Yeah.
So, again, we're just
well, no, because they actually did reset the runner. They let him come back and finish his at-bat.
Well, but what I'm saying is if he touched it and then didn't officially catch it, then it should have been – the runner should have got to stay out on the bags. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that they did let him come back, that was a total reset, which, again, could be the same.
Which is different than how this scenario is playing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I got myself backwards here, JD. I'm sorry. I was trying to. But, yeah, so we'll put it this way. It's so confusing I can't even talk about it without getting a little confuzzled here. And going to be swung on and missed from Green. Well, actually tipped, but ends up as a strike as they try and catch the runner back on the other end there. Yeah, no, as I started explaining that, I was like, wait, no, that is exactly what he just said. And, pitch was outside. Green took a cut at it, but was able to make just enough contact. So Mabank, again, looking for a two-out rally here. Man on. Green not going to be awarded time, but ends up as a ball. So kind of another awkward exchange there. It is full now, 3-2. And Coach Halton not liking what he saw. 'Cause I mean, I did see it did look like Bates kind of maybe pulled up just a tad when he saw Green wasn't in, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Is this time going to be hit high in the air, floating up, and caught. So that will that will be the end of the inning. 6-3. We're going to take another short break, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say.
I
thought we went to 7, but then it started looking a little funky there for a second. All right, so let's take a break. We'll be back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
For nearly 30 years, Cary Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Cary Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Cary Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, on to the final inning here. Top of the 7th, going to be third baseman Raleigh Hench leading it off. singled, hit into a double play, and reached on a fielder's choice so far tonight. First pitch from Davis, going to be outside for a ball. Davis waiting the signals. Here he comes to the plate. And that one going to be tapped foul back into the parking lot. Evens things up, one apiece. Hinch, the lefty, waiting on the pitch here from Davis. Davis now offers, and again going to be tapped foul. Ended up in a crowd over there. So hopefully everybody right down there.
Facing the 1-2 count here. Hinch going to need to work his way back into it.
Oh, man.
That was a great spot right there.
That was a wonderful pitch. Had kind of in and out break, but just not quite able to spot it where he wanted it. Actually, it probably spotted it where he wanted it, just didn't get the call he wanted. And now that's going to be a hot shot right back up the middle for Hinch. The old perfect. If you're MLB The Show players, he hit that on a rocket right up the middle. Will be his second single of the night. And it will bring up the right fielder, Austin Stevenson. 2 RBI double, a strikeout, and a reach on an error for him tonight. No outs. He's going to tap one down the third base line. McGilvery gets it. Nice little flip. I'll tell you what, that was a pretty looking play there. But it ends up moving a man. Oh, and by the way, I showed you this. Yeah, my eyes aren't just as good as I thought. So apparently, according to the UIL, these are 90-foot base paths. So regulation-sized base paths. So he scoots 90 feet up.
There you go.
Now I can determine what that undetermined number is. So DHs are going to flip again here. It's going to be Caden Bond coming back in. Grounded out and flew out. Had Braden Payton step in his spot at the top of the 6th. And he was able to get a 2 RBI single. And that one is going to get inside and hit him on the hand. So one pitch, and Bond will be on base. So 2 on, nobody out. Or excuse me, 1 out. And going to be some chatter here as both Coach Rainey and Coach McCrossan coming to have a chat. Not sure if they're not liking the out and in there of Caden Bond, or Caden Bond. Again, not 1,000% on the rules here. There is a lengthy discussion here. Is Coach Haltom also going to come in and join the chat? It looks like it will be no harm, no foul either way. There will be a substitute runner over on first. Can't quite make out the number.
Looks like number 17 there.
Number 17.
Now batting number 8, Connor McCurley.
So that is Nathan Vance on running on first base. Brings up the second baseman, Connor McCurley. So far, McCurley flown out twice and hit a single. First pitch to him, going to be tapped. McCrossan going to have to dive up, make a play. Bounce throw is a little behind the runner there. So we'll be safe. And again, that ball kind of died as soon as it touched grass. So it would have taken a supreme effort there from across to be able to get it across. Pretty good job just to have a shot at it, but will end up as another base runner, so bases will be loaded.
And another pinch runner here, number 3.
Yeah,
coming in to do it.
Let's see who that is. Who is that, JD? That is Easton Hinch, another one of the Hinches. Believe he is a runner and pitcher specialty type guy. All right, so Davis here. First pitch to Flotter, going to be hit high in the air. McCrossan able to range over, make the play. So that will be the second out of the inning. And it will bring up the bottom man of the order, catcher, number 9, Wyatt Dale.
Now batting.
Dale had a single last time he was up. Other than that, had a couple of flyouts so far tonight. Be his first time facing Davis. First pitch, going to be hit up the middle. Perkins, or excuse me, no, it's Van Horn. Van Horn able to make the play over at second base to end the inning. So the deficit stays at 3. Mabank going to have to find a way to scratch 3 across here in the bottom of the 7th. But I got faith they can potentially figure something out. Let's go ahead and take our final break of the evening. We'll be back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
And back here to it. Just trying to double check and make sure I got that right. Looks like that is number 4, Gordon Alexander. Going to be coming on to try and close this out for the Vandals.
Now batting number 20, Gunnar McGilvra.
Going to be the leadoff man, as you heard. Gunnar McGilvra leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th for the Panthers. Again, switching from a left-handed pitcher to a right-handed pitcher, so let's see how that affects Mabank. As first pitch, going to be skied out towards left field. Coming on to make the play is the, man, it looks like that's, believe that was number 1, Bates. Going out there, now playing out in left field. So down to 2 outs to work with here. Matthew Ratley climbing into the batter's box. Lefty looking to kick off a 1-out rally here. First pitch going to be on the inside for a ball. Alexander comes set. That time going to be outside, so trying to work the side to side, but has missed both directions here to start out the at-bat. And gonna find the edge that time. Really good spot for the righty. Working against the left-hander. Two on the count. And a little inside. That'll put it at a hitter's count here, 3-1. Alexander trying not to lose him. And going to catch the edge there. Matt thought he had a free pass, but going to have to step back in, go back to battle here. Payoff pitch. Going to be high, so Ratley will take the walk.
Now batting number 2, Maddox McCrossan.
We'll bring up the shortstop, Maddox McCrossan. McCrossan looking for a chance to put a little juice into a ball here. Still no official at-bats tonight. Sacrifice fly, sacrifice bunt, and a walk. So officially nothing for nothing. First pitch going to be high and outside for a ball. Crossan has a knack for finding a way ahead in the count. 1-0 is going to be actually checked over. It's a pretty dangerous pickoff move there from the big righty, checking Ratley back over at first. Now comes set. Delivers, going to be on the outside. Two-0 now. Could be tap foul. Straight back behind the plate. Next pitch going to be swung on and missed there by McCrossan. Evens things up 2-2. And that swing looked like McCrossan was trying to put this within a run with one swing right there.
Yeah.
Two pitch, going to be hit well, drifting out in left field, but staying hanging and on to make the play there again. I believe that's Bates. Yep, that's Bates out there in left field. Was able to get the full view of the back there. So Mabank down to their final out here. Have a man on first. Got the senior Ty Perkins coming up to the plate. Perkins had a semi-productive night tonight from the plate. Had an RBI single. Has struck out and flown out since then. So looking to get back towards the earlier inning form here for Perkins. Also had, well, at least the one that counted, had the defensive play of the night so far.
Yeah, right.
That unassisted double play. And big hack at that one. Comes up empty. 1-1 now the count. Again, 6-3. Got to scratch across at least 3 here to keep this ball game going. Ooh, breaking pitch gets away, and Ratley is going to take the 90 feet quickly. Thought about maybe even trying third, even still daring Dale to throw back behind him. Dale wisely just runs up, tosses it over to his pitcher. And now here we come back set, 2-1. Perkins awaiting the pitch. And, oh, going to take it on the outside corner. wanting a bit of an explanation. Good kid, so he's not going to argue, but wanted a bit of an explanation from the blue there. But now down to your final strike here, and Perkins going to be granted timeout. So just a little gamesmanship there, making Alexander think about it. Kind of like icing the kicker, you know?
Yeah, right.
So we've seen him use that effectively tonight. And going to go down swinging.
Man.
So Van going to come back. The 4 runs in the top of the 6th are going to be the death nail for the Panthers, and Van's going to sweep the regular season series, I guess.
Yeah.
Regular season series, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And but honestly, you know, after the way things went on Tuesday night, you did better here tonight.
Substantially better.
But unfortunately, it was kind of some of the same bugaboos and things that got you beat on Tuesday, kind of came back to get you here again tonight. But I will tell you, if anything, Cam Van Horn can lift his head up high and feel good about the pitching performance he had tonight, because, I mean, he shut him down and shut him down and shut him down. Unfortunately, got just a little too long in the tooth on his time on the mound, and that's just the way it goes. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, JD, it's been another fun one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe we're going to be softball next Tuesday. So I think we're going to be heading back over to the larger of the hardball variety. So until then, we appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, Van takes this one 6-3. And for Cedar Creek Media, I'm Taylor Honey.
I'm JD Bird.
We appreciate y'all being here, and we will see you next time.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.